All right, I guess I'm the host right now.
I'm waiting to see what you're going to say.
We're in Las Vegas at the BioHacking Congress, and we're about to go on stage. Dr. Pompa, my mentor, Dr. Mindy Pelz, the amazing fasting queen here, and Dr. Pompa. And we're going to be talking about, we're going to kind of give our bullet points on what we're going to be speaking about. The way that we kind of set this up was that we are lined up back to back to back because our lectures kind of play off of each other. Yeah. So let's start with you, Dr. Pompa. What are you going to be speaking about today?
A principle. Yeah, a principle that changed my life, my family's life, and many of ours, right? I believe if you understand a principle and apply it, that can change your life on more than just saying, here, do this, right? If you actually understand the principle itself, then that's more transformative. So I'm teaching on the principle, and then it leads into fasting. It does lead into diet variation, feast, famine, cycling. And it also just leads into general application of how this will change my world, even exercise, sleep, hormone optimization, all of it. So there you go.
Share the diet variation we did last night.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot.
Fish eye?
Yeah, the fish eye.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, referencing what? Because we ate like, it felt like we ate all night.
Yeah,
Actually,
we did eat all night.
we started
The
dinner.
highest concentration of DHA, which
Yes,
was?
the fish eye.
The fish
yeah,
eye.
the fish eye. It's right there. So I ate one, then Mindy, of course, was like, I'll eat one. Obviously, there were only two. But how did it taste?
It was really good.
Yeah, so someone at the table asked me, like, oh my gosh, did you just swallow it? Because I kind of just swallowed it. But I'm like, it actually tasted good because I've had other fish eyes that tasted really stinking fishy and not good. That one actually tasted good. I don't know why. Yeah, it had a really amazing eye. I think the eye, you actually started feeling sorry for the fish at one point because
a little bit.
it was the eye that did it. It did it. Yeah, exactly.
I felt a little primal, not gonna lie.
Well, you said it's the soul of the fish, right? It's like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
It was cherished back in the day.
Yeah, it was cherished back in the tribal days, right? I mean, they literally, did things to see who was going to get the eye. Yeah. I mean, I think that was common for even different organ parts of, meat, right? Who's going to get the heart? Who's going to get this? Or, so every part of an animal does have special qualities, but the eye is loaded with DHA. Yeah. So.
And much better than taking fish oil.
Yeah, much better. Yeah.
So Minnie's going to be speaking about fasting. So give us a general synopsis.
Okay. I love how you whenever you talk about omega-3s, you're like, fish oil, omega-3, like take it away. So, we probably should have gone in order of our talks because what we're trying to do is really set up a strategy or a formula in which to get this information into the brain, which we think is going to be really cool. We'll see how it all rolls out. We'll let you know in a couple hours. What I want to talk about is how to break a fast. So we've got hundreds of thousands of people that we are watching fast every month. And what I see is everybody wants to know, tell me the length fast to be able to heal this condition. And what I started to think was that it got a little too party trick-like. It was still stuck in that allopathic mindset of, I need the one thing that's going to cure the one thing. And so what we started to do, right, and that's never going to work. So what we started doing in my online world was experimenting with different ways to break a fast. And it's been pretty profound. The biggest one that blows me away is how you can build muscle if you do a certain length fast, really stimulate autophagy, and then work out, and then come in with certain strategies around how to break your fast. So I'm going to go through all of that, and I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah, a little biohacking tip is working out day 5 because growth hormone's the highest. That wasn't my trick. That was actually Longo's group discovered that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so they realized day 5 has the highest growth hormone spike. So you can biohack and carry that basically growth hormone right into the workout and beyond the workout. And with the workout actually makes the growth hormone go up even more. So you kind of ride growth hormone out, and then that helps you break the fast, right? I always say that a lot of people ruin their fast by breaking it, eating too heavy of foods, not breaking down, and they just cause gut inflammation, pretty quickly, right? So I'm going to talk about, oddly enough, the importance of feasting, right? Because we get the benefits of fasting, well, at least our groups probably, right? But we forget about another pathway called mTOR, which is another healing, incredible pathway. So that's feast and famine, right? There's actually benefits of both, right? You wrote a book about variation and keto, moving in and out of keto, kind of based on the same principle. And again, this principle applies to all these things we're talking about.
I think what we see, we get into trouble when we fall in love with the tool and we just use that tool every single time, right? Like fasting, it's like we forget about the feasting. Keto, we forget about getting out of ketosis. So I'm going to be talking about the cell membrane specifically, the innate intelligence.
One of my favorite topics.
Yeah. You know, it was once thought that the intelligence of the cells was in our DNA and that you're pretty much destined by, your destiny is your DNA. That's not the case. No. When Dr. Bruce Lipton removed the DNA nucleus from a cell, it functioned for 2 months before it went rogue. But you remove the cell membrane and it died automatically, which, as you know, goes to show you that it's the membrane that's the bodyguard. So I'm going to get into how ketones help to get in there and uncouple the mitochondria, get into some fasting, and then I'm going to get into gratitude and how your thoughts actually could create neural pathways and these sound waves that could communicate with your DNA.
Cool little factoid on that cell membrane thing.
Over here.
It's up here. I just got to get it out. Yeah, you can't hold it. But anyway, so the intelligence being in the cell membranes, we have 50 trillion, 70 trillion of these cells. But it all started with the first cell, which, cool as it is, this is the cell membrane. The very first cell becomes 2, 3, 4. But that very first cell becomes the basically the brain and the spinal cord. It unfolds into the neurotube. Remember from our biology, the neurotube becomes the brain and the spinal cord, and from it all of your nerves, from it your whole body. So interesting.
Amazing.
That of course the intelligence there, right? I mean, everything, our brain and spinal cord, which runs every bit of intelligence in our body, came from a cell membrane. The first cell membrane forms into that. Isn't that cool?
And what's the membrane made of, Dr. Pompa? What is it made of? The cell membrane?
Fat, man, fat.
Protein, protein, saturated fat, and cholesterol.
Protein, saturated fats, cholesterol,
not carbohydrates.
Something called phosphatidylcholine. I mean, it's just amazing. And omega-6 plays such an incredible role, which is another topic that we love because omega-6 kind of gets thrown in there with all bad omega-6, right? Which we know there's a lot of bad omega-6, canola oil, vegetable oil, which are hidden everywhere. But good omega-6 is transforming for the membrane in this brain.
This is World Tour. We're doing a world tour.
Absolutely,
so if you want to see more of us in your city, in your country, let us know by commenting down below wherever you're watching this video on the live stream. Let us know. And we're here in Vegas. We're about to go on stage, and we're grateful for all of you. Thank you for watching today. Yeah.